Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to stream. Hello, Bells. Hello, Haya. Hello, Flossie. Hello, hello. Today is going to be a strange stream, so just bear with me on this one. Hey, Stitches, how's it going? Congratulations on third, and congratulations Flossie on second, and congratulations Bells on first. Oh! Knock knock, who's there? It's Stitches, and even though he got in here, I guess he left out the window again to come in through the door, so somebody please go let him in. My goodness. Hold on, my locations are incorrect. There we go. There we go. This makes more sense. But hello, everybody. Today, we're gonna work on a commission or on the submission for Kaju's art week. I did a little rough sketch earlier, so we're gonna clean that up and see what we can do with it. Sorry, I'm also trying to make sure that my marshmallows are melting in my hot chocolate, but they're fighting against me for some reason. Well, thank you, Flossie. Yeah, we're going for the 3 things today, or this week, are Doctor, Garden, and Wholesome. So I like to combine all of them if I can, so I'm going to try to. But today has been, the last couple of days have been a strange bunch of days for me mentally, so if I seem off today, just know that it's fine. Brain go burr, as it will. Was that the one I was using last time, or was this the one I was using last time? I think it was this one. Yeah. Excuse me. Brain go burr until it goes skr. Would it be skr or shkur? Would we want to go for like a sh or a s sound there, Flossie? Also, it continues to blow my mind how much, like, how to say, Flossie, you seem to have a finger on the pulse of more modern conventions of like lingo and slang. I don't know, it just always catches me off guard. Where you'll just like drop a random line and I'm like, how the hell does she know that? Flossie is very based. I'm an old woman, what you saying? I'm saying that you're young and hip and with it. I'm saying that this old lady thing that you're trying to go for is a lie. It's a front. Also, if you're hearing the tapping of my mug, I apologize. Flossie ain't old. Exactly. She's not. She's the opposite of old. She's young and cool and hip and with it. The only hip I know is the one that was replaced. Young man, she says. As if I'm not as old as she is, if not older. Because I'm ancient. Ah, yeah. The old fossils arguing which one is the oldest. She's the youngest person I know. I'm going to stare at the camera for a moment, Bells. until you apologize for the lies that you've spoken. I just realized that I also have to draw a circle, and that's going to be rough. Oh no, I lied. I have to draw 2 circles. And that's going to be rough. Bells, aren't you the youngest around? Exactly. See, Stitches gets it. Hold on. Almost got all those dang marshmallows melted. Bells, do you know what a VCR is? Oh, man. I remember a VCR. Are you having hot chocolate? I am, Cobalt. How did you know? Was it the marshmallow comment? Hope everyone is doing well. I hope that you're doing well, Cobalt. And I actually forgot to ask that earlier, so shame on me. Hello, everybody. I hope that everybody's having a good day today. I hope that your weekend is treating you well. Hope that your Saturday has been good to you and has been a good time. It was the marshmallow content. Well, I do have tea as well, but it's too hot to drink. So I got a hot chocolate first so that afterwards I can wash it down with a nice cup of tea. Plans have been made. Hey, D, how's it going? Hello, hello. Yes, I know what a cassette tape is. But Bells, do you know the trick to rewinding it? Or putting the, what is it, the film back together? Excuse me. Hello, Ling. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're feeling better, by the way. I believe something. You had something. You were losing your voice, I believe? Maybe I got that mixed up with somebody else. Regardless, I hope that you're doing better, because I know that you were having a something. Cough kept coming back. That's what it was. And it did again. No! The worst thing about film not being a thing anymore is that you can't film canisters in hand. Wait, canisters in hand to make bottle rockets. Oh my god, I think I know what you're talking about. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Weather Boy? What is that even? What are you trying to say to me right now, Bells? What are these, like, words of aggression? What is this anger? Need to beat up the cough. Yeah, the cough keeps coming back and we just punch it. And also, hello, Avatar. Welcome, welcome. I'm referring to a vine. What's a vine? Is that where you get grapes from? Oh, you're good, D. I did the sketch before stream. I haven't started drawing yet. My brain's all over the place right now. Actually, vines is what VCRs grow on. Oh shit, you young people know nothing. I'm gonna take a sip of my hot chocolate now and pretend this isn't happening. Fun fact, a bottle rocket going off over a vehicle will really mess up the paint/coating. Oh dear. Cobalt, did you cause havoc as a youngster? Be honest. Were you a troublemaker? Or maybe just bored? Not on purpose. More just like, hey, this seems like a good idea at the time. I definitely had that before. And have stories of it. It's like, yeah, this makes sense to me in the moment. Afterwards, yeah, it seemed like a good idea. Like, I remember once. I remember once we had like a burn barrel on our property where we would burn like a bunch of junk. And like this weird little metal rod that was probably about an inch long and like very, very thin just like landed on the dirt. And my brain was just like, ooh, what's that? So I picked it up. Like it fired out of that barrel, which was on fire. And I just picked it up and then immediately dropped it again. Hey, not the big boss, how's it going? Because it burned me really, really badly. Like I had a line on my index finger and my thumb where I had grabbed it because it had fallen into the dirt a little bit. And I still, like, I could still feel it thinking about it. I could feel that burn. And it was just like I immediately ran into the barn and put my hand under cold water and just held it there because I knew, like, learned really, really early that you're supposed to cool down the area, you know, to reduce the amount of damage that it could do. And, oh my god, it was awful. Excuse me? A pimp? This was me burning my hand on a little piece of metal because I was a stupid kid. And also, how's it going? It's going alright. Brain go burr. Been roaming around. Almost started stream half an hour early just because I needed to do something. So I ended up sweeping the apartment twice for no reason. Like the whole place. I was just like, sweep, finish, throw out the dust. I could do it again. Sweep everything. Basically, you know, like nothing to pick up at that point, of course. Throw out the tiny little bit that I managed to get. Sat at front of my desk, my legs just bouncing wildly, just with like a weird energy, just going, what the hell do I do now? Are you actually supposed to use cold water on burns or more room temperature water? I'm not sure, Cobalt, but the cold water feels nicer. So I chose the one that felt nicer, which was the one that made your fingers go a little bit numb if you held them under there long enough. What's wrong, Ling? Oh god, how have I turned again? My model is just being a butt right now. There. Who here hasn't worn proper protection when working with chili peppers? I have not worked with chili peppers before, so that is not something that I've experienced, but it sounds awful. Wait, do chili peppers irritate just your regular skin as well? Or is it only in the eyes? You were thinking about ice cold water. Do you hate ice cold water, Ling? Is ice cold water bad? Is that a no-no in the Ling house? Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, Navek, how's it going? Hope that you're doing well. The oils and seeds irritate the skin. The colder the water, the better the relief. Ah, also, Bells, I'm not surprised. Not in a sense of that you were just like derp-a-derp, but more just like you seem like you've done a lot of cooking in your time, so you've probably had the chance to oopsie daisies through some stuff. Capsaicin. capsizing. When you're hanging with the boys on the boat, you're capsizing. Just capsizing with the boy. Head in hands. Please ignore me. Please look away. Reminds me a bit of where the mother is chopping chilies and then the daughter walks in crying and the mother cups her face. No! 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 I know the video you're talking about. It's not okay. It's not an okay video. Causes or also aggravates arthritis. Oh no. I mean, cold air does too, right? That's why people with either a lot of like joint injuries or replacements tend to want to not be around cold weather. Because it's the whole just like, oh, I feel it in my joints. Which, like, I have that in one of my ankles. I can get a half a decent sense of when, like, a lot of cold is coming because my ankle will start being a little bit fussy. Sir, please, I'm an idiot. No, you have a lot of lived experience where you've made mistakes and learned from them, Bells. It's different. And it's also the main thing in pepper spray. Ah, we're learning a lot today. Look, all I know now is, like, I know I haven't said it correctly, but I've created a new term, so I'm content, bold of you to assume that I'm learning. I know that you're learning, Bells. I know for a fact that you're learning, and you cannot convince me otherwise. We're going to be drawing a lot of circles today, everyone. I'm sorry in advance. I love that I can just do one nice circle. And then I can't replicate it. You know what? We're just going to accept that. Oh, is that true, Bells? Yeah? So in other words, you burn everything that you bake? I just realized that the chili video was longer than I expected. I guess I only saw the first bit. Cobalt, it's a rough video. That poor kid. That poor kid. Hey, that's not bad. It was on the wrong layer. Now I have to draw it again. Yes, Avatar. Yes. You saw that, didn't you? You saw that the blue was starting to come off a little bit. You don't suck? I know. Cobalt, that was just a hiccup. A funny hiccup. A rage-inducing hiccup. But a funny hiccup. Ha ha ha. Also, Ling. Is the EN at the end for English? I need to know. Because I need to be made aware. Oh, thanks, Bells. We'll just have to draw it again. We'll just have to replicate it. I want to gush about a design choice in a game recently, but the game itself is a hot topic, so I'm kind of weirdly on the fence about actually talking about it. You know, because it's been causing a lot of drama recently. Sits down with popcorn. I simply want to talk about a cosmetic choice of the game specifically. Gotta go do the stuff. Or gotta go do the stuff. No problem. Flossie, thank you so much for the lurk. Good luck, be brave, don't fall in. Come in, you're talking about that. Come in when you're talking about that game. I haven't said anything about it, Moon. And also, welcome, Moon. How are you? Well, I'm not going to be talking about the game itself. I'm going to be talking specifically about a system in the game that I think is really well done. So we're not even going to talk about the game. We're just going to talk about the design idea. So in the game, you know, it is an RPG, so you get like equipment and there's levels, etc. But your equipment, the way that they do the equipment is, I think, really, really good. Like, it's very much an RPG, you know, like you have a, you know, you get a freaking hat +5 or whatever, and you're just like, oh, it's a pretty good hat. But then you get like the freaking, you know, like the cap +7, and you're just like, oh, well, this one is obviously better than this one, so we get rid of this one, we replace it with this one. But maybe the hat, you know, has this kind of a look to it, you know, the nice, this kind of a cap. Whereas, like, the cap is like, I don't know, you know, zoom, freaking duck print style, and you're just like, I don't like this hat. This is a dumb hat. Why would I take this hat? Well, the game does a thing where every time that you get a piece of equipment with a new cosmetic on it, so let's say the hat, it takes that cosmetic and it puts it on a list. Like, it puts it on your, how to say it, your headwear list. So now you get hat. And then when you get the cap, you also get the cap added to it. But there's also always the nowhere. So let's say that you get the cap and you don't like the cap, but you really like the hat. You can go into the game, take the cap, and then say, but I want the skin of the cap on it, or of the hat on it. Alternatively, you can flat out say, I want the benefits of that hat. I don't want to wear a hat, though. And it will still count. And it works like that for every piece. For the gloves, for the headwear, for the facewear, so like glasses, for scarves, for robes, and for outfits. All of them you can do this with. So when you pick up like an amazing, like, legendary outfit that you're like, that's dapper as fuck, and then later down the line you get access to a piece of clothing that you don't like the look of, you can say, but it has better stats. You can take that one and then be like, well, that's neat and all, but I'm still gonna look like the legendary one that I found because it looks better. And I think that's a fantastic design. I think that's a fantastic way of being able to have your character look like how you want them to look while still improving. Because one of the big things that happened in like early World of Warcraft, for instance, was like, you know, you, while you were leveling, looked like shit. That's just how it was. You were wearing, you know, as like a caster, you were wearing a green wizard hat. You know, you were wearing purple robes, your gloves were orange, your boots were like green sandals. and you were constantly swapping between a staff and a wand. But now you can just pick what you want to look. And the best part about this system is it doesn't deter searching, right? Because even if you find gear that doesn't look good, or that looks good but isn't of your that is worse than your stats, it's still worth getting because it might be a skin you don't have. That one, you can now sell that item for some coin. Two, you still permanently get that cosmetic, so you can actually, you know, upgrade your wardrobe. Like, let's say you end up getting a bunch of pieces of gear, like a pair of glasses, a hat, and like a robe, and that all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, those work really well together. I can change my outfit now without my character looking like absolute garbage. It's such a good system. I genuinely think from a cosmetic perspective, it is a very well done system. It makes your character feel really your own. You can change the outfit for anybody who really likes cosmetics and who likes fashion play, while still being able to be functional in the game. Like, you're not going to walk into an area where you need like an item level of, let's say, I don't know, 27 for arbitrary number, and because you're stuck picking the stuff that you want to use, you're at like 20 and you get curb stomped by like even the smallest creature there. That's not a problem anymore. That's good design. Fuck! Alright, ramble over. I can already hear somebody. I don't know if they're in chat right now, but I can hear someone be like, "You're gonna cut up that little chunk, right? And you're gonna edit that into a video." And it's just like, yeah, probably. All right, back to art. Also, I presume that I know this video already. Oh, look who it is. Hello, Blue. Well, you guys probably heard that. Whoopsies. Oh, whoops. Whoopsies. You get one good circle, and then you goof. And then you goof! And hello, Blue, how are you? The only thing that bugs me about that little GIF, Blue, is that weird little pause. That, like, they stuck. I get what's supposed to happen. Like, you know, like the lighting changes a little bit because they're rotating. But it feels like they're kind of rotating and then coming back a little bit and then rotating again. You know, like they rotate and then they come back and then they kind of do like a little, and then they go again. Like, it's really nice otherwise, but the shadow of it just makes it seem like they come back, and it oh. I know you can see it. I know you see it now that I've mentioned it. I'd spam if I could. That'd be very mean, Avatar. Why would you do that? It's just because of the shadow. The shadow's the thing that causes it. And from an animator perspective, it just annoys me. Well, that's not very nice. Of course not! I'm fucking evil! Mod exists to bully streamers. I like it more than you dislike it. Ah, people. It's the Cobalt moment. All right, everybody. It's stretch time. Hands in the air. Hello, Spencer. How are you? Hope that your weekend is treating you well so far. And to the right. And to the left. And back. Ah. And of course, the hydrate. I will be using hot chocolate, though, Cobalt. I hope that that's okay. How you doing, Spencer? How's the Great White North treating you? Are you getting hit by the rain/snow that's been hitting other parts of the western part of the of North America? Or are you safe? I hope you be doing as safe. Hey, Disco, how's it going? Oh my god, this circle is going to be the death of me. We're taking this victory. We're taking it and we're moving on. Drawn, struggling with hair as I do. You're still trying, Disco, and that's what's important. Perfect circle, 10 out of 10. Thanks, Cobalt. Ah, it's a circle. Wait, isn't that a band, Perfect Circle? Yeah, they sing Weak and Powerless, if I recall correctly. Alright, this area is going to be a little bit more. We're going to do this part first. I always have to double check chat now because I always feel like I somehow miss a message. I don't know how or why, but I always feel like I've somehow missed a message. How do you do that? Do what? Do what specifically? I'm gonna need more information than that. Well, I'm almost done my hot chocolate, which means we're switching over to the tea soon. Oh god, that last part had way more power than the rest. When I draw, my lines are not very straight. Oh, neither are mine. Disco, I mean, look, here's my slow lines. Wobble. 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 I don't understand. True. I will require more input. I'm sorry, Disco. At the same velocity. There is an exercise for line drawing that I do sometimes. It's this method. It's a very, how to say it? It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be to practice just your lines in general, but it's essentially, and I'm going to try and show it, but I'm not very good at it, but you want to draw a line, like quickly, and then you want to try get as close to that again as you can. It'll help with your accuracy. You'll do that. And then you'll draw one downwards. And you'll try to slowly keep them together. And then you'll do sideways. And you'll try to... As you can see, this is where I'm really weak. Try to do that. It'll help get your control a little bit. And one way that you can keep practicing that is do it again, but just do it slower. Do it, and then try to draw on top of it, and then try to draw on top of it, and then try to draw on top of it, and then try to draw on top of it, etc. That will help give you a little bit more, will help build the muscle memory for it. It's a pain in the ass, don't get me wrong. It is something. But what is it? What's his name again? Teleporte does that as well for practice. The other one that you're supposed to do is you draw a circle, and then you have to draw ellipses within it that try to get as close to touching the edges without going outside of it as you can. So you draw the circle, try to draw a decent circle, and then you try to draw ellipses within it as best as you can, trying to touch the outsides. I'm not good at it. In fact, I'm very bad at it. Nivek, what did I do? Not much snow, but it's -35. Oh, God. Across the whole province while I was driving to Calgary. I am so sorry, dude. That sounds brutal. I hope that your heater was working well. Everything is a pain in the ass. It doesn't matter how long. It doesn't matter as long as it makes me better. Hell yeah, Disco. That's a good attitude. Well, those are some of the ideas. Cool fact about art. A lot of people develop... Also, I sliced my hand out, but goddamn, Nivek. Wait, like between the course of asking for a cool art fact and now? I'm going to keep going with the redeem, but please let me know. Nah, yesterday. What happened? But a cool fact about art is a lot of people actually develop their... Jesus Christ, Nivek, are you okay? I presume that required stitches. And not the stitches in chat. Heyo. A lot of people develop their style by trying to mimic other people's styles. And eventually they'll start finding something specific that they specifically do that they like. Like, I haven't figured out what my style is, but I have a style. Like, you can see it in my art. I just don't know exactly what it is. But it's funny because technically a style is just a specific way that you draw incorrectly that is aesthetically pleasing. Probably should, but Matt, did you at least, like, bandage it up? You know, like, seal it? Put some gauze over it? Maybe a little bit of Vaseline? Oh, tinnitus. Oh, why now? One moment. Okay. We're good again. Kinda. But yes, please take care of yourself, Nivek. And also, there you go. A cool fact about art. At least I hope it was a cool fact about art. So drawing is a lot like martial arts style, being taught how to do it by someone, and then you're imitating them, but after a while you fall into your own style. Yeah, essentially. I mean, there's a reason that it's called martial arts. I'm sorry. Oh, wow, that pillow stayed on screen for a bit. And Vaseline. Yeah, apparently, Avatar, if you get a cut, one thing that you want to do is to make sure that it stays, it keeps its moisture in. So one of the ways to do it is apparently, what do you call it? Whatever jelly. You want to actually put a little bit of that over a cut because it'll heal. It'll heal faster, and it will be less likely to scar, apparently. The other night I couldn't sleep, got fixated on how gauze worked, and then yeah, went down that rabbit hole for a while. You'll live. Oh wait. Fix it. But yeah, I was fixing a fence and my hand slipped. So I slammed my hand into a thick bit of metal. Ooh, yikes. That pillow had an epic pog flip, right? Oh my god, that thing had airtime. Cleaned it, made sure it was clear of stuff, put some medicine on the cut, and slapped a bandage on it. Classic boxing fix. Well, like, apparently that's actually, like, a legit thing. Like, I got caught in a situation where I just wanted to learn about it because I got a weird hyper-focus moment. Yay, ADHD. And yeah, because it was just like, you want to make sure that the wound stays moisturized. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, how does do? And then finally, it was just like, yeah, you can use, what is it? I think it's petroleum jelly or whatever, but freaking Vaseline, apparently, is a way to do it. Like, make sure that the wound is disinfected and then put a little bit of Vaseline on it and then probably bandage it up afterwards. But yeah, it's apparently it's a very good way to make sure that your wound, 1, stays sealed, 2, stays moisturized, and 3, heals a little bit faster. I don't know what triggered the thought process, but... Use sticky saturs? Suturs? I can't. That word is impossible. That word doesn't exist in my vocabulary. Internally screaming as trying to read simple word. Butterfly bandage. All right, time to Google. Oh. Yeah, because it helps pinch it closed, right? That's its big... That's its big strength. It helps pinch the skin together so that it heals faster. Butterfly stitches, also known as steri strips, is an adhesive bandage used to close small, shallow wounds. They all... Oh, it is sutures. Thread sutures. Butterfly stitches are an alternative to traditional needle and thread sutures, which are useful in case where the wound is large, uneven, and bleeding heavily. We're learning today, ladies and gentlemen. this cup aside. Switch over the tea and check how hot it is. I'm afraid of this tea. Okay, it's drinkable. The thought of getting stitches is terrifying to me. My dad is one of those guys who's just like, oh my God, I have to deal with this. You know, like he always just wants to work, work, work. So he once went to the hospital because he got a really bad cut. And they're like, we're going to have to do stitches. So we'll have to put, you know, we'll have to freeze the area with anesthetic. And he's just like, don't worry about it. Just stitch it. And they're like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, just stitch it. So they did. I don't think he's ever going to get stitches without anesthetic ever again. Because my mom was there, and she was just like, he wasn't very happy during that situation, and my dad's just like, nah, that wasn't great. I had to get stitches hella young because of a car accident. Never again. Oh no! I have never had to get stitches, luckily. I have luckily not to this day. I've probably had some injuries that should have resulted in stitches, but I was just like, nah, that's silly. Did he also say, I ain't got no time to bleed? I mean, not those exact words, not the big boss, but we're definitely in that, wheelhouse. Which, unfortunately, I picked up that attitude from him, so. Because, you know, I've already told the story before about the time that I got my hand sliced open with a rusty barbed wire and then worked for like another 40 minutes and then had to like bite pebbles out of the wound. My dad's mentality when that I picked up. Yeah, hell yeah, Moon. You can't see it, but I'm fist bumping in your general direction. Nothing says survivability quite like ignoring injuries. Ow! Rude. Rude. You're being rude right now, Bells. The WillSleepsNot family is a bunch of badasses. My mom would instantly have gone to the hospital. My mom takes care of herself. She is very much the one that is just like, do I need to go get you something for that? But I have a weird like self-sufficiency mindset, so I learned to do like first aid on myself really early, just by like picking up on like how my mom would like help my dad with injuries. So I'd be just like, oh, so you got to do it this way. All right. And then like, you know, would look stuff up and read books. And then I actually took like the CPR and like first aid training when I was in late high school. Hey, Mandalorian, how's it going? Hope that your weekend's treating you well. My dad is a doctor, so he is really independent. He'd take care of himself and hated when we tried to help. I think that might just be like a man thing, though, in some regard, Blue. You know, that just is very like, I don't need help. I'm a man. You know what I mean? Going well. Ordering my VR headset tomorrow. Nice. Ooh. What if I do it slowly? There we go. Man, am I right? Wow. Wow. Do we have some misandry going on in chat right now? And from Bells of all people. Ugh. Well, when we get sick, he'll get upset he had to drop everything to help us. I think it is. My dad is still a soldier at heart, so that's fun. You know what? I'm glad that I never went into the military. I almost did. I really considered it at one point, but decided against it. Gonna go play some games with my brother. Thank you very much for streaming. Have a wonderful weekend. You as well, Stitches. You have fun with your bro. Kick lots of ass, depending on what kind of game you're playing. It says she owes me money, and when I declined, she was like, just take the money. I mean, that sounds like a grandmotherly thing to do, though. Mandalorian, that's my open Oma as well, where they're just like, you know, we don't get to visit that much anymore, so just enjoy this random, like, you know, $80, and it's like, thanks, Open Oma. They're like, what are you gonna get with it? And I'm like, probably a video game. Because my mom has told me that I shouldn't tell them that I'm going to spend it on rent. Cooks, how's it going? Hello, hello. Hope that you're having a good weekend so far. So it's just like, yeah, I'll probably just play a game. That'll be fun. I mean, it's funny. So my one Opa on my dad's side, he didn't really know how to deal with his grandkids. Especially me, because I was a very difficult child, unfortunately. Difficult in the sense that, you know, nobody really knew how to deal with an ADHD kid. But, it doesn't really matter. But he knew that I liked games. So one day we were out and about. I was pretty young. And I saw a game called Knights and Merchants. And I was like, ooh. And he's just, in a moment, he kind of saw, like, the sparkle in my eye. And he was just like, do you want that? And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right. And that was my first, one of my first dives into like the RTS game, a series, which was really nice. Doing great, yeah. How about you? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing all right. Cooks, thank you for asking. I visit them every week. Same as how much I did when I was there. Oh, that's really nice, Mandalorian. I'm glad to hear that. Dropping by to say hi and see how you're doing. Gonna lurk now. No problem, Cooks. You have yourself a good lurk. I unfortunately can't visit my Opanoma because they're in a different country. So that option is a lot less readily available. But I'm glad that you are keeping up with that. I'm sure they appreciate it more than you even know that they do. Nah, we're going to put the pile of dirt at the bottom. I've decided. And you as well, Cooks. Thank you so much for stopping by. One moment, chat. Apologies. I'm doing a little bit of the art before we continue. Before I look back at chat. I do want to try to get this mostly done this stream, which I only have an hour left to do so. So that could be a little bit of an adventure. Don't like the way that looks. We're gonna go with the other way, where we do. There we go. That looks a little bit better in my opinion. Get rid of the Johnny. I only have it away at the moment, Mandalorian, because I just don't have the brain power for it at the moment. I put it in there when I know that I have the energy for it, and right now I don't have... It's not that I don't have the energy for it, I don't have the brain for it. I cater the stream a little bit to make sure that I'm also in a state where I can do things. I like entertaining people, but sometimes, as much as it hurts me to say, sometimes I need to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. Oh, there. Sorry. I got violently ill after saying that. Thanks, Cobalt. All right, everybody. You guys know the drill. Hands up. And to the right. And to the left. And back. Shake yourself out a little bit. And I will hydrate with tea. Thank you very much, Cobalt. Gotta make sure to take care of streamer. You right. Because Lord knows they're not taking care of themselves. They're working themselves ragged. They're putting way too much time into things. They're worried all the time. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know where they're trying to get to. They're just trying to entertain people. And you're just sitting there like, dude, you're already entertaining. Don't worry about it. And they're like, ah! You're like, buddy, have you had a drink of water today? And they just make more aggressive animal noises, and you're just like, all right, let me do that hydrate redeem for you. Gargles. Now we'll put the hat in first. May I take your hat, sir? May I take your hat, sir? May I take your hat, sir? Fun fact. The joystick and console controller. The joystick and console controller are made out of dog noses. Well, yeah, as we know, dog noses are the most boopable things on the planet. So you need to make sure that the joystick is, in fact, dupable or boopable. Because otherwise, how is anybody going to know what they need to do? Was that a SpongeBob reference from Will? I've been known to make a SpongeBob reference from time to time. Hello, Vitrify. How are you doing today? Hope that you're doing well. All right. Two things, Vitrify. Curiosity provokes. And I'm sorry for putting you on the spot like this as soon as you pop in. One, when is the new expansion coming out? And two, do you think it's worth it for somebody to jump in now? Like, would you say that it's something that it's worth doing at this point? Or would it just be like the actual work involved to catch up would just not be worth it? And I know that that's a complicated question, but I'm curious of your opinion specifically. No problem at all, Mandalorian. Have yourself a good BRB. Depends on if you think you've got time to play it. That's all right. That's actually a fair rebuttal. I'll accept that rebuttal. All right, then I guess the follow-up question would be, how much time do you think it would take to play catch-up? Could you theoretically, like, start tonight, push your way to max level over, like, a day or two, I don't know how long it would take you to get to max level, and then just start going at endgame content? Like, how would you want to approach would that be approachable for somebody who, let's say, can maybe dedicate like 2 to 4 hours a night, for instance? Which game is this? This is Destiny 2 specifically, Avatar, sorry. Oh, also congratulations, Vitrify. I hope that you enjoy. And again, I apologize for kind of putting you on the spot there, Vitrify. It's been stuck in my head, and I've been meaning to ask you about it, but I don't know if manic is quite the correct term, but my brain has been pretty fuster-clucky the last couple of days, so... Doing 2 to 4 hours a night would take you about a month to get to end game. Just a rough estimate. Would you be able to do end game though? You know what I mean? Like if you were to do that, get to max level, grab the new expansion, do all its content, or do all its like story content up until like the big raids. Would you be able to jump in, or would you be like really... Would you need to nose to the grindstone like previous content to get to the equipment that you would need in order to do it? Again, I apologize for all the questions. I can do better. Also, I'm not asking, like, because I'm going to. I'm just curious from the perspective of, like, if somebody did want to. Just more my weird little moment of morbid curiosity. Just like, how much work would it take for someone? Should they want to jump into this? For them to actually jump into this? Getting stuff from the previous expansion can help, but they're not required, especially if you have a good Sherpa group? I'm not sure what that means. What's a Sherpa? Sherpa means guide. A good guide group? Like Mount Everest and stuff. Ah. It's a climbing term, but the community adopted it for some reason. Ah. Say no more. Communities are weird. Maybe Destiny just happens to have a lot of has a lot of climbers in it, or like, you know, like recreational climbers in it. And they just started implementing their terms. Sometimes I feel like I'm something from the mountain, feeling in a valley below. How's that song go again? Oh, da 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 da, screaming oh. I know you ignored me, but I'm laughing. You should feel bad, Blue. Sherpa is used in many MMOs. Really? Okay, well that is very new to me then. It's okay, I'll just wait until Destiny 3. It'll come out soon, I know. Alright, Moon, keep living your best lie. Did I say lie? I meant life. Whoa, sorry. Ooh, that was a slip there. If you're trying to speed through any along, it's best. You get the best of the best to carry you through the content. But why not just experience it? Like, I get that it's probably coming from the perspective of somebody who's just like, yeah, I don't have, like, 50 hours a week to spend on video games. But, like, you know, you miss out on some stuff in that regard. A lot of frustration, too, granted. Like, I acknowledge that. Depends on if you want to run content or experience content. Ooh, good counter. That's a good counter. Counter? Maybe retort. Response? Idea? One of those. Moment, chat. Sorry. Depending on I kind of wish there was a DLC that'll help you catch up to an extent. They always bump everyone to the entry level for the newest expansion. I was about to say, Moon, I'm pretty sure you could jump in to the newest expansion and just be like, woo! But you'd be missing some of the old content. But you could jump into the new content. All right. I think this is our drawing. So now it's time to do the coloring really fast. We're going to speed run this coloring, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's everything. Oh. Oh yeah, that's what I mean lore-wise. Could always just take the plunge regardless, technically, Moon. I'm not saying you have to, obviously. That's not even close to my intentions in that term, but can always just accept your lot and just go for it. Yo, hold up. What's going on? Never mind, my question's too complicated to ask. I mean, you can still ask it, Avatar. I can't promise that I'll answer it properly, but I can try. Wah! Sir, please, just ask the question. It's fine. If it ends up turning into a question mark situation, then we just go, maybe we'll just, then we just step past it. That's easy enough. Come on, my dude. Hit me up. What's up? What's going on in that head of yours? Hold on, let me look at my reference here really quickly. Yeah, that's the color that I wanted in the background. I'm sorry for pushing the topic so much, Avatar. I was just curious what you were thinking. I don't even know if it's a topic about art or if it's about something else. I don't know why I've switched to this voice right now, but my brain just wants to do this. Are you still watching the BYF? The BYF? I don't understand. You did the light. Oh, like the gray really quick? Really, really simple. Hold on, I can explain it. So I take my line art. So, here's my line art. Ba-doom. So hold on, we'll just redo it. We do this. We select everything on the outside of the line art. So we do this, we do that. Anything that isn't going to be part of the background or that's going to not be part of the actual art itself. From there, because the lines are thick, I go up. You can't really see this, so I'm going to explain it specifically. You go up to select, expand selection area, and expand it by 1 pixel. So it zooms, it expands everything a little bit more. Like, hold on, just so that you can see it really clearly. Right now it's here. I go to select, I open it up. You won't be able to see this, unfortunately, but I do this, boom. It just goes in by a little bit. I do this specifically because when you color it in, it can be a pain. It can be a jackass sometimes. and like go outside of the line. So this is my way of doing it. And then from there, I go make a new layer. I Control Shift I to invert the selection. And then the best thing to do, honestly, is to just do this, grab a gray color, and then go poof. You do that, deselect it with Control D, and then you make a new layer on top of it, and you immediately use the Clip to Layer Below button. And now from there, you can be like, I'm going to change this color to red, and it'll just only do this area. I see I missed a couple little spots, but you see what I'm saying. It's also really easy to fix it up. But hopefully that answered the question for the most part. Ah, I actually did goof it up in here as well. Interesting. Well, then we quickly erase that. I hope that answered your question, Avatar. If you need me to repeat something, I will happily do so. It's just a dumb little series of techniques that I kind of figured out over a period of time. Which is like, wait, why does my lines always do this? That's stupid. Wait, what if I just expand the selection a little bit? Which can just save you so much of a headache later down the line. But yeah, there you go. So now, let me look at the reference again. Use a nice semi-darker green. Yeah, I'm down with that green. I'm down with that green. I actually learned the selection expansion quite recently. Yeah, it's a very valuable tool. It is weirdly valuable. Like, didn't think I would use it as much as I was going to, but I did. Always a little skeptical about using the fill tool, though, because it doesn't always get everything. See, like right there. Right there. Right there. It tries. It's a good way to start to save some time to do it, but... Also, Moon, I'm no professor. I don't know jack shit about art. I've just done a little bit of it and just found a couple of little weird tricks to make it go a little bit faster. Alright, we got that. Nice and quick. That bandage is obviously going to be white because it's a sling. But wait, that backside needs to be slightly grayer because otherwise it's not going to make sense. Make it a little bit more white. Make this one a little bit more gray. There we go. Speaking of gray, that's too gray. Still too gray. There. And the inside will make a little bit darker. Easy. Actually, no. If we want to get that correctly, we'll want to have a slight silvered. There we go. Little hue of blue in there. There we go. And then we want... I'm thinking we want to make it yellow. Give them the nice yellow faces. Which would mean their petals are probably kind of... not quite that. I want more of a white. Is it just pure white? That makes the most sense. Pure white would make the most sense. There we go. And then we do that. And then just to make sure that we do this correctly... I believe we normally use What, like a... like a nice blue for that, maybe? Hella late response, but no. What? I have no idea what that is in response to. Guess it should probably be more of a green, but... it's a medical cross. Keep it in the middle instead of near the top. I have no idea what I'm... Ah!
Lurky lurk before living.
Have yourself a good lurk, Erwin, and thank you so much for the bits. Keep it near the middle, not near the top. Like so? Is this what you're thinking, not the big boss? Sharpen those edges. Plus sign instead of... ah, I see what you're saying. Go. Before living. Ah, gotcha. Well, good luck. Be brave. Lengths on all sides to distinguish it from the Jesus one. Ah, I see, because that would be a nun instead of a medical nurse. I get you. We learning. So the Red Cross, like the first one ever, was founded by a woman named Clara Barton, who was all save people in Jesus' name, but then obviously it grew into something much bigger. Yes. Brown, brown. Let's make a nice... actually, hold on. Orange on one side. And blue on the other. To stay nicely on theme. Let's make this a slightly lighter blue. I don't know what you're drawing, but it's wholesome and I love it. The themes for Kajumaju's art art week are doctor/nurse, garden, and wholesome. So I'm trying to do all three of those in one thing. There are zombies on your lawn. There are zombies on your lawn. Oh no, zombies on my lawn, zombies on your lawn, zombies on my lawn. Okay. Doing some finishing touches on here. little bit of lighting stuff. I'm going to do very minimal lighting. Ooh, what's the... I think it's overlay that I'm thinking of. Yes, it is. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. Oh, goodness. One second, everybody. Awful? What? I've learned that no amount of tea with honey in the world will make a difference after reading for 2 hours straight. I feel you, Arrowand. There's just a point in time where you're just like, I'm just not going to talk for 3 days. It's fine. And yeah, I walked into a juicy part of your storytelling. Oh yeah, honestly, the book is very spicy. I'm kind of glad I have an excuse to read it. And welcome back, Flossie. I hope that your things that require doing went well. Thank you. They did. Got tea left, but kettle must boil. Just tea left, but kettle must boil. Well, it'll happen soon, Flossie. You're almost there. Ew. No, that looks awful. We're not doing that. Not a whole lot left to do, is there? Have blue and orange always been my colors? They are colors that I learned about their contrast many, many years ago. And I really liked the contrast. And I was always a big fan already at that point of orange and blue. So at that point, it was just like, you know what? This might just be... When I started designing this character, this VTuber character, I remembered that color and was just like... I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to go back to that. It's the color of the of the Netherlands teams. Yeah, we love our orange. Team Oranje. Hell yeah. Look, we got to give a nod to the Prince Oranje, you know? Willem van Oranje. Van Oranje. Willem of Orange. Very nice. Can I be the blue to your orange? No. Get rejected, nerd. Ah! I always root for the Netherlands during the World Cup. Man, I occasionally peek in and then see that the Netherlands is like doing well and then they get cocky and then they lose. And it's just like, why did you frickin' idiots always do this? Why do you always go like, yeah, we're doing great right now? It's just like, yeah, if it's going great right now, you should be focusing on staying great. But no, they don't do that. So I usually don't watch anymore because it causes me too much frustration. I don't like that. That's what I can do here. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. There's a thought process to this, I promise. About 20. There we go. Oh, goodness. Hey, Slurcy, how's it going? Why England, the US versus England this year for the World Cup? 10 out of 10. I didn't watch it. Was it good? There's a method to the madness. Have yourself a good look, Erwin. Oh my god, Blue, I see that that's the new icon. That's the new emote that's going to be used. We need the lightest change in color. Specifically so that I can actually put a tiny bit of lighting on top of the leaves. Still gotta keep going with painting my room. Good luck with the room painting, not the big boss. It was great because we didn't lose like everyone thought we would. Wait, who's we specifically, Slarcy? Because you have a dog in both races. So I don't know which one you're cheering for. All the best with painting. Heck yeah. The sunflower is medic. Hello, Syrinx. How are you today? We're actually going to change this. Bump, bump. The U.S. The only time I'll root for the home team is in international sports. You're cheering for the wrong team, Solarcy. I'm sorry to tell you that. Lurk, thank you for the stream. Good luck with the art. Thank you so much, Blue. Thank you for the lurk. Good luck with whatever it is you need to do. Cheers. Ah! Guys, do you think I was too hard on Blue? Do you think I rejected too quickly? I need honest opinions for a moment. Yes. Okay, well, anybody who isn't Bells, who takes just enjoyment out of my misery. You heard me. You rejected me before I even made moves on you now, so yes, you were too hard on Blue. Wow. Wow. Sorry, what was that? I can't hear you over the sound of freedom. You know what? You keep living your full life, Solarcy. Keep living that that Stockholm syndrome life of yours. Oh God, hiccups suddenly. Oh, I don't like hiccups. They hurt. We say as I literally fled the country. Yeah, Solarcy, was there a reason that you went to England? If you're willing to share, of course. Like, was it for schooling, for instance, or was it for other reasons? Dramatic noises. Solarcy commits tax evasion. I did it for school, but I wanted out. Oh, really? I mean, not to be that person for a second, but can't say I blame you. Because England is where it's at. Well, I see that Flossie has joined the Propaganda Bureau. We joke, but I did actually almost go to court for accidental tax evasion because my old roommates screwed me over. God damn, dude. I am so sorry to hear that. Heck, your stupid roommates. Hope that their next meal is super bland. Like, so bland that after they eat it, they're like, was that even worth it? That's what I hope right now. I hope that the next Oreo that they eat is missing its filling. Hurts me just observing as an ignorant Canadian. I feel you there, Syrinx, and I don't even know what's happening in our country the majority of the time. Do I need to fight your old roommate? I saw an S at the end of roommate. Bells, are you still willing to fight if it's multiple people? Imagine coming back from Christmas vacay to a package of court summons. Jesus Christ. Absolutely, they're no match for me. Bells be all, you call it outnumbered, I call it a target-rich environment. But yes, Larcy, I'm very sorry to hear that. I think I've managed to get it all set up now. I will definitely DM you if I run into. I can break it down for you if you like. But to say that's right, Flossie actually lives in the UK, so she would actually know what's what. Meanwhile, I'm just like, I don't understand how taxes work. I just try to make sure that I have all my, like, pay stubs and my rent stuff, and, hope that that's good. Sorry, I just wanted to stretch for a second. Whoo, head rush. They were just so unbothered by the fact that we had literal court orders. Like, yeah, I mean, for some people... Okay. This is an unfair question, but Solarcy, did they come from... Did they come from a middle-class family? This is probably a really bold assumption of me. This is a really, really bold assumption of me, but... Did they come from a middle to, like, middle upper class family? Or did they come from, rather? Nah, they were then that's exactly why. All my suspicions were completely justified. And now I'm going to sit here. Hold on, I need to change. I'm just going to spend the rest of the stream now smugly smiling, knowing that I was right. It's good to be right. I'm sorry. I can't actually do that. Goodbye. But like we're all international people, we all get deported if we break the law. Yeah. But they could probably, if that's the case, they could probably throw money at the problem. You know, not to turn this into a class thing, but... You know. I think everybody here could kind of know how to say. No, I'm not going down this road. This is a dangerous topic. I'm not going down that road. I'm sorry that happened to you, though, Solarcy. That's bullshit. Could they throw money at me, too? I'll go away for money. Hit me up with first and last month's rent. and a lot of grocery money, and I'll probably go away. I don't really know what else to add. I honestly think that this might just be done. They were moving into a house in London, if that gives you an idea of their funds. Considering that it's London and they're moving into a house, I don't know if they purchased or if they were renting, but still, I suspect that means that they at least had pocket money, so to speak. But, okay, never mind. They didn't have pocket money. They had pocket funds. I don't know if there's anything else to do for this. And then there's little old me. You're doing great, Solarcy. Don't think that you're not. You're making your way downtown. You're paying your bills on time. You're doing the hustling. You're doing the streaming. Speaking of which. For those who aren't following Solarcy right now, shame. Shame. Shame! And by that I mean you should totally go and follow Solarcy. She's a neato streamer that does neato things, like gets attacked by Imperials for like an entire stream. But no, she's a sweetheart. She's very engaging. She's very fun to watch. Would recommend. Go give her a follow and some support if you can and are able to. You finished the game finally. Yeah, I heard. That just means you have to play another game where you can potentially get hit by some Imperials. Or of the Imperial sort. But I mean by that logic, you know. We also gotta shout out somebody else. Gotta wait fine. Give me 1 minute, and I'll do that again. Give me 1 minute. Give me one gosh darn minute with freaking Madge. Get there in a hot second. That should have been 49 seconds. Can't believe it would do this to me. There we go. There's another person that you want to follow. It's Flossie. Flossie reads stories. She has a wonderful voice for it. You should follow her. She reads cool books. She's wonderful to listen to. She will steal your entire afternoon away by just being caught up in listening to it. Grr, grr, grr. I'm only grrring because it was being a bully. I would shout out everybody ASAP, but it's a very slow process, unfortunately. But when I get the chance, I will start shouting out other people. It will just take a little bit of time. Don't worry. Everyone here will get their turn. Thanks, Vitrify. You beat me to my own joke. A bully makes me blush, but thank you for the aggressively kind. I'm sorry, Flossie. But yeah, there you go. Well, I was going to shout out Avatar next, and then Vitrify, and then Bells. That was going to be the joke combo, but you guys are doing it in the exact wrong order. But it's fine. Yes, check out Avatar. Avatar's great. He's currently been doing a bunch of software development or game development streams. It's been very entertaining to watch. I've been learning a lot of stuff. Been quite the adventure so far. He's making wink, not Animal Crossing, wink, wink. Elevating me should be illegal. And then also, Vitrify. You should follow him. He occasionally streams Destiny 2 content. Being all wacky doodle and having a good time. And just being a nice chill guy all in all. Give that dude a follow. And I always hate this part because I always feel like... Because I am the person who unfortunately forgets for no reason. Like, my brain will just be like, you could currently have a capacity of 4 in terms of memory. And then there'll be 5 or 6 people that I need to remember. And I'll just get to 4 and be like... I'm sure I got everybody. You know, like Homer when he stuffs all the crayons up his nose and then sneezes them out. And then he's just like, I'm sure that's all of them. Syrinx, is your freaking description seriously Shaw, my dudes / dudettes? Is it really that? I will eat my microphone yelling at you. Obviously, now we gotta bully Bells into streaming. It's been so long since you streamed, good lordy lord, it's true. Oh yeah, also, don't follow the guy who just got shouted out. He's not worth following, honestly. He just rambles a lot and is sleepy and occasionally just has weird manic episodes where he just talks about... I don't know what he talks about. The fuck does he talk about? He just talks about stuff. It's awful. No one should listen to him. He's weird. He probably smells. I rambled earlier today, and I don't even remember what the ramble was about anymore. The worst part is that he's Dutch, right? Literally his worst quality, and that's saying something. Considering that he's dyslexic, has ADHD, reading and writing disabilities, has insomnia. There you go, Avatar gets it. It's time for a stinky note. Stinkyify this stupid. You're making it very difficult for me to put the stinky note on. I got too close to the microphone there. I'm sorry for being loud. Let's go, ADHD gang. Solarcy, why do you think I went onto that frickin' philosophy tirade when I don't remember who triggered it, because my hyperfocus kicked in. I was like, oh, topic I like to talk about. Blah, 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 blah. That's me vomiting up words as I'm just like, ah. Oh my god, I didn't even see the Dutch for 5 minutes. Fine, you get Dutch for 5 minutes and then the stream's over. Can't believe you would do this to me at the end of stream. Moon. What's the most interesting philosophy? Sorry, Vitrify, I'm going to be doing Dutch for 5 minutes, so I can't answer that question. 3, 2, 1. Sorry iedereen, dus nu gaan we voor 5 minuutjes. Voor Hoe zeggen we dit nou? 5 minuutjes. Nederlands. Praten. Dus we gaan deze even aandoen. Poep. Oh, dat is een goed idee. Even wachten. Even wachten. 1 seconde. Ik kan niet zeggen dat ik het allemaal kan doen. Maar. Vraag. Voor. Translatie. Translatie. Als je wil. Mooi. Ik kan tenminste een klein beetje praten. Hij schrijft in Engels. Hij is een phony. En Bells. Een mens kan niet een filosofie zijn. Dat maakt het. Dat kan niet. Dat werkt niet. Een filosofie is een idee. Is een methode om hoe je leeft. Sierings, ik heb geen idee wat je nu hebt gezegd. Nee, nee. 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 Bells. Nee. 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 Ik haat jullie zoveel. Ik ga... Even wachten. Dit. Oh nee, dat is wit. We kunnen niet zien in wit. Dit. Nee, GVD. Waarom gebeurt dit nou? Zo. En zo. Dit is hoe ik zou... hoe ik zou... ingeven... deze art. Wat denken jullie? Oh, het is zo moeilijk om te transleren. Het is zo moeilijk om het te transleren, want ik probeer het te schrijven als ik het zeg. En te zeggen werkt het niet, want je zegt het anders dan als je het doet. En niemand zegt er iets over? Nou, dan gaat hij weg. Pomp. Weg ermee. Weg. Poef. Weg met alles. Ik zit hier te proberen om te zeker weten dat iedereen die Nederlands wil leren, kan iets leren. Ik zou het proberen kan tenminste proberen te leren. Maar nee. Niemand wil het. Ze willen alleen maar een paar suffels te zijn. Je bent een heleboel suffels. Uh-oh. Oh, hij werkt nog steeds. Oké. Sorry. Pardon. Dat was niet de plan. Dat kwam uit niks. Nee. Dit is het. Dit is het hele ding. Nee. 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 Niete? Nietje? Of je valt van je fiets, of je valt van je nietje. Oh, zeg je dat? Hoe ging dat lied ook alweer? Heilige Maria, moeder van God, geef me een nieuwe fiets, want die oorlog is kapot. Dit is chocoladedonder over en uit. I do have to translate that one, because that's fun. It's dialect, so it is a little bit strange to it's not High Dutch, but there is a really dumb saying, because you know, in the Netherlands there's a lot of bikes, like people do a lot of biking there, so there is this dumb little thing that my dad taught me, and it is in Drents, so it's a little bit hard to say or translate to, but it's a little bit of a mockery of a Christian prayer, which is Heilige Maria, moeder van God, geef me nieuwe fiets, want die oorlog is kapot. And the way that you translate that is Holy Mary, or Holy Maria, Mother of God, give me a new bike because the old one's broken. It's not High Dutch, but what if it comes from a High Dutchman? Well, then it's a dialect from a High Dutch. That's complicated. It's incredibly complicated. It's the most Dutch thing I've ever heard. But it's dialect, though, because the technical translation would be Heilige Maria, moeder van God, geef mij een nieuwe fiets, want die oude is kapot. But it would be, it's slapdash. Like, it's very slapdashy. Like, I think it would better be Heilige Maria, moeder van God, ik moet een nieuwe fiets nodig, want die oude werkt niet meer. It would sound cleaner that way. I need that prayer. Well, in that case, Heilige Maria, moeder van God, geef niet de big boss een nieuwe fiets, want die oorlog is kapot. Amen. No problem, not the big boss. All right. And with that, we are going to end stream. Let's go see who is all streaming right now. Oh, we actually got a couple peeps. All right. We got a couple of options today. Poll time. But first, poll time. Where go? We have Sons of the Forest. By the way, Moon, the Forest game is now it's now in early access. There's the Forest, Destiny 2. Like a Dragon. And just chatting, or just chat/reading. All right. Time to mentally prepare. Yeah, when it goes on sale, perhaps, Moon. I'm not willing to dump that kind of money onto a game. I don't think it's actually hyper expensive, but... Sons of the Forest. It's less than $40 Canadian, which is actually not horrific. Apparently, it's still missing a lot of stuff, but they are... but they're doing their dangest. And that's the end of my tea. Also, thank you guys for sticking around. I know that I was a little bit all over the place today. Brain beeper. Pretty sure that this is the closest equivalency to being manic that I've ever been. Flossie. Flossie, you could have broken the tie. But it looks like you potentially betrayed me instead. All right. What, mate? Well, you voted, and now there's a tie. So now we have to deal with the tie. All right. One and two, like a dragon. 3 and 4, just chat/reading. Flossie is innocent. I could see Flossie contributed channel points. I know that Flossie is part of this situation. For once, I can't yell at Moon, potentially. For same dice. I know, right, Moon? For same dice. Ugh. Those same dice. Am I right, fellas? 4. So we are going to go over to Erewhon. And see what is happening over there. Get out of here, DoorDash. Your freaking commercials make me wanna just throw my monitor out the window and hope that it hits one of the people who came up with the idea. Angie noises. All right. Raid. Erewhon. All right, everybody. All right, fine. You want a little bit of ASMR? Hold on. Hold on. I gotta grab the dice real quick. Real quick. There you go. Those DoorDash Fortnite. Dude, the Fortnite one is so stupid because it's just like, what's happening? Oh, my freaking batteries on my, the batteries on my controller are dead. And it's just, but he's like teleporting and sliding. And it's just like, that doesn't happen. That's lag, you absolute brain dead creators of Project. Oh my God, I'm gonna scream. Thank you, Bells, for that. Can you tell that I'm a little bit more wound up today than normal? Yes, if you are subscribed, please use the top raid message. If you are following, please use the bottom raid message. I'm so sorry for the rambles. I realize that I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to quickly do my outro super fast. Thank you guys so much, very much for watching. If you can and are able to, I hope that you get... Oh my God, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not even the right... Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Whether you were chatting, whether you were lurking, whether you just popped in and out for a second, know that you were super appreciated. I hope they have a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it might happen to be for you. Hope that you're taking care of yourselves. Hope that you're drinking plenty of water. And when you finally do sleep, whatever time it might have to be for you, hope that you have a very restful sleep. I'll see you guys over at Erewhon's. I'll see you guys there. Bye!